embarrassing story that happened to me this week. So this week, Monday, me and my family come back from Newark, land in Newark, New Jersey from a great trip in Florida. We land in the airport, we walk out of the plane with a smile underneath our mask, walk into the terminal, walk out of the terminal, walk towards parking lot P6. That's the long-term parking lot in Newark Airport, New Jersey. As we get to the parking lot, my son looks around and sees there's thousands of cars out there. He tells me, Abba, how are we gonna find our car? There's so many cars out here. I tell him, Ben, look with the car with the flag. That's the only car that's our car, a minivan with the flag. We find our car after 2 minutes, walk over to the car, throw the suitcases into the car, and I tell my kids, wait a minute before you get into the car. I want to get the engine running. I want to get the AC working because the car is probably boiling hot. I open up the door, the heat load that comes out. Oh my God, Hashem Yishmo. I try to start the engine, I press the button, but gur nicht, nada, shum davar. The car won't start. I try again, I punch the car, I kick the car, I bite the car, nothing works. After a few minutes, I flag down a security car that's driving by. Lisa comes out of the car with a smile, with a beautiful Spanish accent. She asks me, do you need help? I tell her, yes, the car won't start. Could you give me a boost? She already has the plug hanging out the front of the car, all prepared for this situation. She's ready, she starts rolling, she plugs me up, she hooks me up, she's like, okay, now you get in, press the button, and your car will start. I get into the car, I jump in, press the button, but once again, gur nicht, shum davar, nada, the car won't start. Lisa tells me, we're not giving up! This is what you do. You shake your left arm while you're pushing the button with your right hand, you press the gas with your right foot, the brakes with your left foot, and while you're doing it, you shake your head and you say a prayer, and the car will start. We do all of that. We even add, we jump on the roof. She's playing music in her car, she's punching her roof, she's pressing the gas. We're trying everything. Nothing works. The car won't start. The engine is dead. I say, Lisa, I guess you know Chrysler makes stupid cars. The battery is totally dead. What's our next option? She tells me, I'll call the tow truck. I tell her, no problem, I'll call my tow truck. She says, no, there's only one tow truck company we could call. It's the only company that's approved with the airport, port authority, whatever it is. Tell her, okay, call them over. She calls over the great tow truck company. They come over. I ask them, okay, well, how does it work? They tell me, we tow the truck to wherever you want. I tell them, no problem. What is it going to cost me? They tell me nothing much. Just an arm and a leg. You know, that's it. An arm and a leg. I tell them, that sounds like a fair price. That makes sense. An arm and a leg to tow a truck. To tow a car, I like that. I tell them, no problem. I want to tow it to Brooklyn, New York. They tell me, Brooklyn, New York, that's a different city, different state, different rate. Okay, different state, different rate. What's the rate? Instead of an arm and a leg, it's going to be 2 arms and 2 legs. I turn to my family and I say, listen, let's leave the car here. Let's go back home. Let's take a cab. I'll send a mechanic in the evening to take care of the car, swap the battery. I'm not getting rid of 2 arms and 2 legs to fix the car. Not happy. We drive back to New York in a cab all the way down there. The drivers drive in and I'm telling the driver and my wife and everybody that wants to listen to me, even the cars that are driving by, I tell them, hey, by the way, Chrysler sucks. Telling everybody around me that Chrysler cars are the worst. And I'm telling people that, you know, us as Americans, we need to learn to make better cars. I'm never buying a Chrysler again. Even though I always want to drive cheap minivans, but I'm never going to be a driver Chrysler again. It's probably going to be a Honda or something that's not made in the USA. Because us Americans make stupid cars. You can't rely on the American car. Even when the engine's shut off, it's still sucking energy out of the battery. What's going on? What's wrong? I pretty much talked a lot of bad stuff about Chrysler. In the evening, I call up a friend of mine, a mechanic. I tell him, hello, how you doing? Habibi, do me a favor. Could you drive down to the airport to pick up my plane? No, sorry, to pick up my car. Go swap the battery and bring me the car. He says, no problem. He drives down. On the way, he stops at AutoZone. He picks up a battery, drives down. He gets to my car, he calls me, tells me, Bunker, I want to let you know, your battery is fine. I tell him, thank you so much. You swapped the battery, I appreciate it. He tells me, no, the old battery, the original one, is fine. Tell him, what do you mean the battery's fine? I was there in the morning, me and Lisa, we were punching the car, we were jumping, we were doing everything, the car wouldn't start. He tells me, yeah, the car won't start because you're out of gas. Tell him, I'm out of gas? I'm not that kind of idiot. I would never run out of gas. Apparently what happened is, when I got to the airport a week before that, because I was under so much pressure, I forgot to shut off the engine. I hopped out of the car, ran straight to the plane. Left the car running. So the car was running for a day or two, but then that's it, ran out of gas. So the car wouldn't stop, not because Chrysler has stupid cars, not because the battery was dead, because there was no gas. What do I learn from this story? Lesson number one is never run out of gas. Now, what's the real important lesson? The important lesson of this story is, before you blame others, before you criticize others, check. Maybe the mistake is yours. Did you make a mistake? Because I was criticizing Chrysler. I was talking about how bad Chrysler was. I was going on and on and on. And you guys know, I know how to talk. Actually, I don't know how to shut up. But it wasn't Chrysler. It was me making a mistake. So I'm going to learn from this. Before I criticize others, I'm going to check. Maybe the mistake was mine. How many times has it happened to me or you that we criticize others for a mistake that we actually made? Let's take this thought into the weekend with your spouse, with your boyfriend, with your girlfriend, with your kids, with your partners, with your employees, with your employers, with everybody. Let's think about that. This will change my life and can change your life too. Bunker out.
Bunker, you want to shut off the car so you don't run out of gas again?
Oh my God, this is embarrassing now. Okay.